Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. Today, we are taking a look at from the G.I. Joe Retaliation line. This is Duke. Now this is the second version of the figure that was released in the line. It was part of that uh, later wave of figures, so whether or not it really made it into your store is up for debate. Um, but this is the more commando movie accurate version of Duke. Um, that feature the more accurate uniform, as you can see, and a whole buttload of weapons, which we'll get to in a bit. Um, but yeah, the figure is quite nice. Unfortunately, the design of the uniform does make for some limitations. Basically, this is the G.I. Joe Trooper from Wave 1 with a few different paint options and different web gear, and really the web gear is what makes it the articulation difficult. The hands can hold the weapons fine, um, but due to the web gear, you really can't get too far along. It does have a working holster here in the side, which I did put the weapon in, as well as a sheath for the knife in the back. One minor complaint I should mention right up front is that most of the weapons come in the same olive drab color, which um, really just doesn't speak to me. But yeah, let's pause and we'll come in for a closer look. Starting us off, we have this nice look at Duke's head, which is a very nice recreation of Channing Tatum's visage. Um, the paint job on the eyes is okay. I've seen worse, I've seen better. This is on a ball joint. Um, the head is interchangeable with a helmeted mask. We'll get to that in a minute. I did remove the helmet he does come with. And then we move down to the torso, and this is where you can start to see the problems. Like I said, the web gear does affect a lot of the articulation. Namely, to start off, the arms can't fold flush to the side, even if you have them straight out like that. That, I think, also has to do with this molded, I guess, body armor piece there. Like I said, it does, you really can't get any cross movement with, for two-handed poses. Moving down, there is that universal joint in the shoulder, 90-degree bend at the elbow, bicep swivel. This hand is supposed to have the enhanced wrist articulation that would allow it to move up and down, but I'm not sure how well you can see the cuff of the glove is such that it was molded that it's covering the joint to bring the hand down. So it's basically in this slightly raised pose. You can rotate it, and I don't think rotating really makes much of a difference, but the joint is there, so what have you. This hand, it does have the in and out wrist action, but again, the molding of the cuff limits that slightly. The vest does hinder the waist articulation. There's no ab crunch, but you do have a side-to-side movement. Ball jointed hips as usual. Double jointed knees. And as I mentioned, since this does use the G.I. Joe Trooper mold, you have forward and back ankle articulation, as well as a sizable ankle pivot. Sorry for knocking into the camera right there, but I mean, the articulation is there. Unfortunately, the limitations of the sculpt hinder its movement. As I mentioned, Duke comes with a lot of weapons, and I do mean a lot. Besides the bull bullpup style automatic weapon with grenade launcher, and this standard assault rifle, which we saw a lot in the later 30th anniversary line. He comes with a rocket-propelled grenade, a second knife, um, tactical shotgun, uh, a street sweeper style shotgun, um, AK-47, and then two variations of assault rifles, fully automatic rifles, as well as the drone. Originally, the Data Viper was not going to be released, so they decided to use the drone from the Data Viper with this version of Duke. He also has a automatic pistol of some sort with the stock and what have you. And of course, the mask, which we'll take a look at when I give you my final thoughts, which will be right about now. Okay, I went ahead and popped the alternate head on, which really is designed to be, if you want to buy multiple versions of the figure, give you an option for troop build and make your own little desert combat troopers. God knows a plethora of weapons would leads you to it. All in all, I think this is the best movie version of Duke. But seeing as how we only had a 5 Point of Glory figure that came with the Skyhawk 2, and that very limited Wave 1 um, version of Duke, that just really didn't grab a lot of people. That's not saying much. Unfortunately, I don't think this is the best Duke figure we should have. And according to certain sources, this was designed to be the last Duke figure, and that designers and what have you had no intention of going beyond this figure, which is a shame because I'd love to see a true modern update. Well, not even an update, but a true redo of that classic version 1 Duke using the modern articulation like we've seen with Cobra Commander, Destro, Storm Shadow, Beachhead, and we will see coming up with the Baroness. This is your old pal Chuck, for Duke. We'll see you next time.